also have osteoporosis, which I've ignored, even though my mother had it, and she suffered greatly, and she lived to 94, but she developed some serious complications. And then I found that I had osteopenia, and I didn't know what to do about that. And someone said, well, go to the gym. So I did workouts. I lost 30 pounds. I trimmed down, but I was still hunched over. My wife would say, Don, why are you walking like that? And your breathing doesn't sound good. And I started to get some symptoms, some pain in my rib cage and my back. And one day I was reading a newspaper, and there was a health fair going on in Albuquerque. They have a lot of health fairs. So it was like a community event. And at the health fair, it said one of the things they had was come see the OsteoStrong, learn about this new approach to osteoporosis and to health. And so I made a note to come, and then my work schedule wouldn't let me go. And so I forgot about it for a month, and my doctor, I have a primary care doctor, who is very naturopathically oriented. He's very advanced. And he said one day, he said, do you know about OsteoStrong? And I said, I heard about it, but I never got there. And he said, well, I go there, you need to go. And I said, what is this? And I read about it, I researched it on the web, and I learned a little bit about it. When I was a kid, I used to do workouts at home with equipment that used that technology of what do you call it? Resistance?
Cisco resistance.
Right, so I still have a thing called, it's like a thing with springs, and you do that kind of thing. And I still use it from time to time. And I said, that was the greatest thing. I never had to go to the gym. I spent 15 minutes and I really felt good. So I realized there was some connection, but I didn't know this was research-based.
Yes.
And I work in the behavioral health field, so evidence-based practices are very important to me.
Absolutely.
Especially these days when there are so many things you can do for any health problem. Some of them are not good and some of them are. So I began to read about it. I'm now reading the book. I took a copy home. But it made a lot of sense to me. And my wife is a naturopathic doctor also, so she read a little bit about it, and she said definitely. And she signed up to come also. She'll be coming as well.
How long have you been a member here?
Well, I've only been a member maybe 3 months, probably. I'm 73 years old.
Wow.
So, and I've been a member 3 months. And I'm improving in the process itself. So, and beyond that red line, I seem to be
the growth
trigger. And it looks like maybe I will grow bone. I did do a bone density test, of course, before I came here, and it didn't look good. I mean, it showed that there was osteoporosis, not osteopenia. So I knew that I was, facing a debilitating disease if I didn't do something.
Yes.
Nobody's offering that I know anything besides this, other than the traditional, go to a gym, work out, and take medications.
So they're the alternatives that you was told. Walking, resistance training. Which really don't do anything in terms of increasing bone density. I mean, there is studies out that walking and resistance training is 1%, drugs, bisphosphonate drugs 3.9%, and an OsteoStrong from me study in 2015 showed 14% increase.
I noticed that, and because of my prostate cancer scenario, I had researched for about a year what treatments would be most efficacious. And there are treatments even in Latvia and around the world, but there's no real hard evidence that shows a high percentage of success. The HIFU, the high intensity ultrasound, was a whole different ballgame, and I was able to talk to 20, 30 people by phone from around the country who had tremendous progress. So because of that mindset, I need to find something that's proven to work. I'm not going to waste my time at my age just doing meaningless things.
So time's very important. It's the most important.
It is. And I could come in here, I come here for a half hour approximately. I do the routine. I have a coach with me all the time, which is, you go to the gym and they throw you on the machine and leave you alone. But I have somebody with me, guiding me, encouraging me, giving me feedback on how I'm doing, and that's also important. And then I get to drink my tea and enjoy the ambience of this place, which is very special. And I'm sure that's part of what makes this also work, is that you're also feeling that you're spending some time in a healthy environment.
And you have so you're up to probably 12 sessions now in 3 months.
Probably about that, yeah.
And you've obviously been on the vibrational plate, so you've had a balance test as well.
Now that's interesting, because we did the balance test, and I take Qigong classes also, Qigong, which I just started. And my teacher pointed out that I seem to be better able to do some of the moves lately, and I said, I think it's because of the balance work. And we did a test, an assessment recently, and I've improved.
Yes.
Yeah, there has been.
So you can see real measurable results. It's not something that you don't get to know the results of.
Yeah. There's some habits, like walking hunched over and doing stuff, but I don't have any pain anymore, so there's no reason to do that.
So within 3 months, what type of pain did you have? What level was it? Was it just numb, just dull pain, or was it?
I play the guitar too, and there were times where I just couldn't sit and hold the guitar. I mean, literally, I'd have to find a comfortable position, and it was hurting just holding the guitar. So I'm feeling that I have, because of the osteoporosis, I have scoliosis, and that's probably what's causing the pain. But I have had much reduced. I've been able to go play my guitar some more, and I work full time as well as doing volunteer work, and I seem to be okay. So this is great, and I think that the measurements that you're using are also showing me that it's not a placebo thing. There's real improvements going on.
Well, that's what I think. That's what I love about it, because when you're using Spectrum, you get to see the instant biofeedback. So you get to see each week whether you're improving, and you get to see your last result, your best result, and your most current.
Right.
Which I think is fantastic.
Which is good.
Psychologically, you know where you started, you know what the best one was.
There's a baseline, I can see that.
And you're constantly working towards improving.